coaching in the moment. Listen, I need y'all to listen because I'm studying occults and witchcraft, and I'm discovering during my study of occults and witchcraft, there's been more people that have. I looked at a episode on occults last night, and it was called Heaven's Gate. And everybody talks about Jim Jones because it was a mass suicide, but it wasn't the only mass suicide in the world. Heaven's Gate was a mass suicide. I think he killed like 38 people, saying spaceships was coming and the spaceship would come and take him and his followers to Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm so glad. Let me tell you this before I get into my message. I'm so glad I'm from the projects. I think I told God this before, but I made sure I told him this morning. Thank you for me being raised in the projects, Liberty City, Sugar Hill, the Poke and Beans, all my schools, formative years, elementary, middle school, high school, was surrounded by low income housing. And I'm so grateful to God. God, thank you. Because I realized that gave me something college couldn't give me. And I'm grateful for that. I am so grateful for that because as I study occults and people being duped and brainwashed and hoodwinked, I'm like, how you believe in this shit? Nevertheless, my message, y'all got to be careful of these narcissists because narcissists are the most dangerous people because that's my point. 100% of these occults are by narcissists. And narcissism ranges like a disability. You being disabled, you being special needs. It's like autism. Autism has a spectrum. You can be low functioning autistic or high functioning autistic. And you could be low functioning narcissist and high functioning narcissist. High functioning narcissists are your occult leaders. Listen, as I study occults, I am closing this study and I'm realizing the high functioning occult leaders have followed. Before internet, you have your occult leaders. Charles Manson, Jim Jones, all the top serial killers and rapists. And I realized 100% of occult leaders, as I study occults, they're always having sex with women. They always want to have sex with women. It's like, damn, you got 300 women that you want to have sex with? And this is why the FBI raids most of them. Because it's always a child that breaks free and say, he's having sex with me. It's just like, and it's always an underage child, underage adult, period. I don't know. It's always 100% of occults always has women, multiple women that they have led from their marriages. Listen to Coach. Led away from their marriages, that they have brainwashed into having sex with them. So they have ruined marriages. They have ruined the innocence of children. One of these occults, this guy from Brooklyn, and he took his occult and moved to Georgia. And they just gave him 136 years in prison. I almost have to say something. I'm so disgusted. He had oral sex with a 5-year-old. Did you hear? I'm going to say this again. He made a 5-year-old child have oral sex with him. I'm going to let that sink in. Because y'all not protecting y'all kids enough. I don't know why y'all having kids. Y'all should have abortion because you don't know what to do with the kid. Did you hear what I just said? I'm anti-abortion, but if you don't know what to do with the child and you don't want to give the child up for adoption, you should abort the child. I'm anti-abortion, but if you have no idea in this world what to do with the child, because the child didn't come here to be raped and tortured. The child did not come to earth for that. And I'm going to expose with every living breath in my body, every single occult. They want you to sell everything. That's not of God. You don't need to sell everything for no one. For no one. God ain't coming back. When God comes back, you won't be here. Listen to Coach. Did you hear what your coach just said? When God returns to clean this mess up, you won't be here. Understand that. That way, in anybody that tells you differently. Nevertheless, I need you all to protect your energy, protect your soul, protect your spirit. Narcissism is on the rise. And just like I said, just like a handicap, because I studied handicap and I taught handicap special needs children. And just like autism, narcissism is on a spectrum. And the most gifted people, if you want to use the word gifted, being a narcissist, they're highly intelligent and they are all your cult leaders. They're all your cult leaders. And all the cult leaders want to have sex with small children and have sex with women. Okay, period. They want you to sell everything. They love bomb you. They tell you they love you. And stop. And then after that, they make you feel bad about who you are, what you want to do with your life. They're very controlling. Narcissists don't want you to be free. Narcissists don't want you to be independent. They want you to be dependent on them. They want you to serve them. They want you to be accountable to them and responsible to them. That's some of the narcissists. They love calling you name and downgrading you, downplaying you and your dreams. That's narcissism. They don't want you to be independent. They don't want you to go after your dreams, your goals, your desires, and what you want. That's narcissism. They always try to Tyler Perry did a movie, Why Did I Get Married? And a man was talking about his wife. Oh my God, look how you looking at. You know, he always had something to say about his wife's weight. That's narcissism. Narcissism always got something to say about your looks, about how you look and laugh. And 99% of the time, they don't like the way they look, especially some women. Some women have very low self-esteem. Very low self-esteem. Very low self-esteem. They don't like how big their breast is, and they think picking on you, picking at you, and what you want to become is their way to feel good about their old heavy chest, them being heavy chested. And let me let you small breast women know something. Ain't nothing wrong with your breasts. Woo! Did you hear the number one? I'm talking to all the small chested women. Ain't nothing. You don't need to go get injections. You don't need to go take pills. You don't need to go have surgery. You are beautiful and perfect like you are. You don't need to do that. You're talking to a man that loves small chest women. There, I said it. You are perfect. Stop feeling bad about you. Ain't nothing wrong with you, my love. Nothing. Stop. You don't need no injections. You don't need surgery. You don't need, stop. There are men on earth that will love you just like you are. Stop. Don't let narcissists change you. Every other weekend, you got a different hair color. Every other weekend, you want to go change something about yourself. Every other weekend, you want to try a new diet. Every other weekend, stop. Narcissists don't like themselves. That's why they got to pick at they'll pick at your career. They'll pick at what you're doing professionally. They got master's degrees, doctorate degrees. They'll pick at you because all you have is a high school diploma, and they want you to have degrees that you're not interested in all of that. They need to meet somebody on their level with a degree so they can feel good about themselves. Narcissists want you to be on their level. They so ignorant and evil and dark. And anybody who's not on their level, they pick at. That's all you have is a high school diploma. Well, why don't you go back to school and do this? Why don't you go back to school and do this? And you ain't even interested in that stuff. You can be a multi-millionaire without a college degree. You got 85% of the people with college degrees. Guess what? They're not even in that field. So they went to college for 5 years just to be in a field that they didn't even study for. Stop this. Don't let narcissists manipulate. They are the masters of manipulation. They are the masters in interrogation. They always interrogate you. They always want to know about your past, which is irrelevant. Your past ain't none of their goddamn business. Let me tell you something. The number one coach has been dealing with women narcissists for the last 20 years. They are I made excuses for all of them. And I realized this, 99.9% of them, they only wanted sex. Did you hear what I just said? They thought nothing of me at all. I had zero value to 99.9% of the women. 99.9%. Coach Quentin Sharon Carson had zero value to them, and the only thing I was sex. None of them thought about my soul. All I was sex. There was one young lady that brought me a computer because I was in college and I had papers to do. I had things to do. So I was going to the library. Check this out. Let me know if I'm wrong. I was going to the library for free. Last time I checked, you can't be free. If it's free, who wouldn't take it? Library is free. And I had 2 library cards because I was going to 2 different libraries to do my papers and my research. She brought me a computer. Here I am thinking, oh, wow. You brought me a computer? Oh. And before I could get thank you out my mouth, she says, here is the receipt. I'm like, the receipt? Okay. Yeah, you got 2 years to pay it back. I was like, whoa, hold on. I'm looking through the receipt and I see a price tag, $2,500. What you mean I got 2 years? Yeah, you got a payment plan. You just have to pay this. This is the start date. This is the end of date. I said, whoa. What? Hold on. I said, I was going to the library for free. But you don't have to go to the library no more. But I said, whoa. I was okay going to the library for free. What is this? Well, I don't want you to go to the library. But, okay, I was going to the library for free, so it's okay. But why are you acting like that? Why, you should be grateful. I almost cussed her out. Like, grateful? I have to pay this back. Why would I be grateful and I have to pay $2,500 for something I never asked you for? And I was already going to the library for free. So you're giving me a debt. Well, you act like you not grateful and you should be grateful. You're so ungrateful. 2-3 weeks later, I gave her back the computer and I ended the relationship. And I didn't know at that time that that's the first step of narcissism. They're very controlling. They don't ask you anything. They want to control your life. And here it is. You're telling me I should be grateful. And I was grateful because I'm going to the library, the county library, which is for taxpayers for free. And you bought me a $2,500 computer that I have to make payments on? And I wasn't working because I'm in college 7 days a week. I'm in a theatrical performance program and I have classes 5-6 days a week. And the day that I am off, I have to meet other students to prepare for my monologues and my skits, which was usually Sunday. And you tell me I should be grateful? She was a horrible, horrible, horrible woman and a narcissist. And I couldn't believe it. And I dropped off the computer to her house. And I said, and not only that, but I was also against having sex since she wasn't my wife, because I wanted a wife at the time and she didn't want to be a wife, but she always was encouraging me to have sex. And she ended up telling me this, and I quote, well, Christians have sex. And I'm thinking to myself, no, they don't. That's against scripture. The Bible says flee fornication. She and other Christian women like her, because she's not the only Christian woman out there encouraging men to have sex. There's another one in Miami, a reading teacher at Edison Middle School. We were having sex, and she couldn't lead me to do the right thing for Christ either. She didn't want to ever get married either. And she always wanted to have sex. And when I brought up marriage to her, she was against marriage. She was against marriage and she was a narcissist. And here it is. She had me move in her house with her, but she never told her parents we had moved in together. And her parents wanted to come and spend the weekend with her. And she told me one weekend, she's a teacher at Edison Middle with a master's degree. And she lives in North Miami. She probably moved. Nevertheless, she says to me one weekend, oh, you got to find you a place to stay. I had moved in my entire life into her townhouse in North Miami Beach. I was like, what are you talking about? Well, my parents are coming over here to spend the weekend, so you have to find somewhere to go. Where am I going to go? I live here. Well, my parents are coming over, and they don't know you live here. And would you all know I had to ask a relative to let me stay with them for the weekend? She said, you just need to stay for them for the weekend. Why are you making it a big deal? Narcissists are very manipulative, very controlling. If it's not their way, it's no way. And here she is. She knew I didn't have a place to stay. I had fully moved into her house and stayed into her house 2 years. Clothes, soap, toiletries, hair cutting utensils. I'm staying completely in her house. My mail is coming to the house, everything. And she says, you need to find you somewhere to go this weekend. It's just this weekend. Don't make it a big deal. And the only thing I was to her, when I reflect introspectively and retrospectively, the only thing I was to her was dick. Did you all hear what I just said? The only thing I had that she made me feel that was valuable to her was my dick. I had nothing else of value. To her, she made me feel like I was beneath her. She had a master's degree, teaching, reading, and the only thing I don't even think I had an associate's degree at that time. Only thing I had was a high school diploma. But she made me feel like I was beneath her. The only thing I had that she was interested in was dick. Because we had like sex like 6 days a week. 6 days a week. Sometimes twice a day. We always had sex. And there's a woman in Mississippi, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing her name. And we are like, what, 3-4 years apart? 3-4 years apart. And she was interested in me back in the 1990s. Angie Lewis in Mississippi. Angie Lewis was very interested in me and wanted a relationship with me. And this woman and I, who's 13 years older than me, we had nothing in common but sex. We had sex all the time, 6 days a week, sometimes twice, sometimes almost 3 times a day. I was a much younger man. I was 20 years old and she was like 33. So she was at the height of her sexuality. Nevertheless, she made me feel like the only thing I had was dick. I had nothing else of value to her. And it took me almost 20 years of my life to realize I had more, and I'm more than just sexuality and sex with any woman. 20 years. Y'all got to get rid of these narcissists out of y'all life. They will make you feel, just like they made me feel, that I'm inadequate, I'm not valuable, I have no purpose, I have no meaning, I'm just a walking dick. I'm not a child of God, a man of God. You know, narcissists will have you self-doubt everything. And you need to get rid of every single narcissist that's jealous of you, that's envious of you, that always has something to laugh about you, your weight, your body, your proportion of your body, your nose, your lips. Your hair is too long, your hair is too short, your hair is too curly. You shouldn't wear your hair like that. Why you cut off all your hair? They always have something negative to say. They never have nothing positive to say. Never. I've never met a narcissist that has anything positive to say about anyone, including family members. Most of them are addicted to alcohol. 95% of narcissists are addicted to alcohol. Just like this woman back in this reading teacher back at Edison Middle. She had the audacity, I asked for something to drink. She didn't have, and I'm a guest. So why wouldn't you offer your guests a non-alcoholic beverage? People coming to your house. So you don't have water and cranberry juice, but you offer me peach schnapps. I wasn't a drinker then, and I'm not a drinker now. And I didn't know what peach schnapps was until she offered it to me because I like peach. So I said, sure. And she gave me some. And the same evening she gave me some, I said, okay, I'm going to get ready to go home. No, you can stay. You can stay. You don't have to go home. And we ended up having sex that night. 2-3 years later, that's all I was to her. She never wanted to get married. She thought I wasn't good enough to be married. Thought I wasn't a caliber of person that she should marry. Thought I wasn't, I only have a high school diploma. So, and she had a master's degree. So she didn't think that I would be I wasn't even remotely on her level, but she could suck dick and have sex. I don't get that, but I get it now. Narcissists will use you for what they want to use you for. And once they are done with you, they will dispose of you like trash, like garbage. Because in their mind, for some reason, that's all you really are. I can dispose of you, get rid of you, and all I have to do is snap my finger. I remember one time, as the relationship finally ended, you need to get your stuff. You need to get out, okay? You need to get out. I don't care where you go. So that the first time was her mama was coming over. Her mama didn't even know we were living together. Her mama didn't even know we were living together. She didn't even let her mama know we were sexually active living together. I was like a dark, dirty secret. She lived right out there in North Miami Beach, a reading teacher at Edison Middle School. She's probably a principal now or an assistant principal over there in Edison Middle or somewhere in Miami. All I was to her was dick. And that's how some men make women feel. All you are is pussy. Right? That's narcissism. And you all have to learn that narcissists don't care anything about you as a person. They will give you AIDS, herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, yeast infections, knowingly and intentionally. The same woman gave me a yeast infection, and I had to go to the doctor and get a penicillin shot. The same woman, same teacher out at Edison Middle, gave me a yeast infection. I didn't even know what Monostat 7 was when I saw it on her countertop. Gave me a yeast infection. It was so painful. I had to go get a penicillin shot to heal me and get rid of the yeast infection. Who would do that? A narcissist. And they give you AIDS, yeast infections, knowingly and intentionally. Another woman I broke up a relationship with, and I'm going to say her name because I'm going to start calling these people names because they're violently dangerous to me. Lauren Marie Palizzi. Lauren Marie Palizzi over here in Winter Haven, Florida. After having sex, she has the audacity to say, hey, I got something to tell you. And I'm like, okay, what's up? Talk to me. And it was, I have herpes. She snatched the air out the room. I was like, what? We've already had sex for several weeks now. Why? And I'm sitting up there, and she must have saw the disgusted Matrix look on my face like, what? Oh, you'll be okay. Because I take a pill for it, so you'll never get it. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm thinking to myself, and as she's telling me this, and I'm trying to wrap my head around this, I said, oh my God. It was the worst. It was one of the worst relationships I've had in a decade. One of the worst. One of the worst relationships I had in a decade. Lauren Marie Palizzi. And now she's married, so her name is Lauren Marie Palizzi King. That's right. I'm going to expose everybody, just like P. Diddy and all these people being exposed. Cat Williams says everybody needs to be exposed. You dirty, you nasty. Why? You know, somebody else, you could be trying to ruin somebody else's life and reputation. She even went to a court and told a judge that I almost raped her. And I'm like, oh my Lord Jesus Christ. And I had to go to court. Listen to me carefully. I had to go to court to fight for my freedom. A white woman, a black man, and a white judge. Did you hear what I say? white woman, a white judge, and a black man. God on my side. Because God know, first of all, the number one. Let me make sure I'm clear on this. The number one don't need to rape no woman on this earth. No woman can ever say, and I've been in strip clubs. I was an armed security guard at the number one strip club in Miami Dade County, Club Rolex. Listen, the number one, I don't need to rape no woman on this earth at all. I don't need to beg, borrow, or steal from no woman on this earth. Why would you go and tell a judge that? Because that's narcissists. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they make up, and it was only because of God that the judge says, I don't believe nothing you saying. This man going back to work. And you know what? She wouldn't give me my personal things at her house. The personal things she gave me, she threw them out on the street. She was so, you're a piece of shit when you take a man's or a woman's belonging and throw them out in the street, and they brought them to your house and placed them in your closet. You're a horrible, horrible individual. But that's okay. Because I have nothing to say to her ever again. But she wasn't the only woman that's a narcissist. I met plenty of narcissists. There's also another one that could not stop from coming to my house. It's like every time my doorbell rings, she's at my doorbell. It's just like, who the hell is this? I want to talk. I don't have nothing to say to you. Stop coming to my house. You don't pay taxes here. I had to call the police on her twice and get a trespass order against her to make her stop coming to my house. Very ignorant. Very ignorant. Very ignorant. And I did took some other security measures to make sure that, and I'm not going to share on this what security measures that I took, but I don't want no woman coming to my house or stalking me. That feels very uncomfortable. That's not even attractive to me. And it's sad when you have to tell a woman, I don't want to talk to you and I don't want your pussy. I'm good. It's sad when you have to tell a woman, I don't want you and I don't want your pussy. You can keep them both. I hope this helps somebody. If it helped you and you need to take measures for your safety, for your children's safety, and protect yourself against narcissism, you need to do that effective immediately. Effective immediately. Because I'm taking security measures to protect myself, my energy, my chakras, my soul from women and from men that violate me. My life is not for you to violate. Period. In a discussion. You don't own my life. You live and you learn, and I have learned. Y'all have a great day and a fantastic spring. Do some spring cleaning. And when I say spring cleaning, I'm not talking about your house. I'm talking about your soul and your spirit. Your soul and your spirit are far more valuable than your house. The Bible says, but what is your soul? What is your soul? Is your soul not more valuable than these things? That's the Bible. Have a great day. Like, share, comment, repost. Have a great day.